rally carries extra weight. That stretch exposed the challenge of entering a tournament late because of a first-round bye. While the advantage is physical freshness, the cost can be rhythm. Eala looked slightly tight, her timing just off, her movement not fully synchronized. Leong took advantage, striking early and keeping points short, feeding off the idea that she had nothing to lose. It was the most dangerous phase of the match, the kind that decides whether a favorite tightens or takes control. What followed was a masterclass in adjustment. Eala didn't panic or force the issue. She leaned into her fundamentals, extended rallies, and began pushing the ball deeper into Leong's court. Each point became a test of patience rather than power. Slowly, the errors stopped coming from her side. Slowly, the rallies tilted in her favor. The shift wasn't sudden, but it was decisive. From 1 to 3 down, Eala won 5 consecutive games to close out the first set 6-3. That run didn't just change the scoreline, it changed the psychology of the match. Momentum in tennis is fragile, and once it breaks, it's hard to recover. Leong's early confidence met a wall of consistency, and with every game Eala claimed, the margin for error on the other side shrank. The second set revealed the full gap between the two players. Eala broke early and never looked back. Her movement sharper, her shot selection cleaner, her composure unmistakable. She controlled the tempo from the baseline, mixing depth and angle, forcing Leong into defensive positions that offered little opportunity to counterattack. What had been competitive moments earlier now felt one-sided. The numbers told a simple story. 6-1 in the second set, match over in under an hour. But beneath those numbers was something more important: efficiency. In tournaments where matches stack up quickly and recovery time matters, closing early rounds decisively can be as valuable as winning them. Eala didn't just advance, she preserved energy, focus, and confidence. This victory secured her place in the semifinals and guaranteed at least a bronze medal in women's singles. That assurance carries significance when viewed against her SEA Games history. In her debut appearance, she collected 3 bronze medals, an impressive haul that also highlighted the one missing piece: gold. Each appearance since has carried that unspoken objective: to move beyond the podium's lower step and claim the top one. The pressure of that goal can weigh heavily, especially in regional competitions where expectations from home are intense. Unlike tour events where players compete largely for themselves, multi-sport games turn every match into a national moment. Every win is celebrated, every loss dissected. Handling that environment requires maturity beyond shot-making, and Eala showed that maturity throughout the match. What stood out most was her response to adversity. The early deficit didn't rattle her. Instead, it sharpened her focus. She played smarter, not riskier, trusting that consistency would eventually tilt the odds. That mindset separates champions from contenders. Anyone can dominate when things go smoothly. Greatness shows when they don't. This win also contributed to a broader narrative for the Philippine delegation, underscoring a moment of momentum and validation for the country's sporting program. With the women's team already having secured a bronze medal, Eala's continued progress ensured that the Philippines would add yet another podium finish to its overall tally, strengthening the delegation's presence on the medal table. Beyond the immediate result, her run carried symbolic weight. Individual success in a sport as globally competitive as tennis resonates deeply, serving as tangible proof that Filipino athletes can contend and excel on an international stage. Such achievements often extend far beyond the match itself. They inspire younger players who see a pathway from local courts to global competition, and they reinforce confidence among coaches, administrators, and supporters in the long-term direction of the program. Performances like this do not happen in isolation. They are built on years of development and, in turn, help reshape expectations. Each victory adds to a growing sense of possibility, helping to redefine what is achievable for Philippine tennis and for future generations of athletes who follow. Beyond the immediate result, the match served as preparation for what lies ahead. The semifinals bring a different level of challenge, especially against a home court opponent. Thailand's Thasaporn Naklo stands next, backed by local support and confidence built from earlier wins. Playing in front of a partisan crowd can transform even routine points into pressure-packed moments. For Eala, the lesson from the quarterfinal is clear. Starting strong is no longer optional. Naklo's presence introduces variables that rankings can't measure. Crowd energy, familiarity with conditions, and the emotional lift of representing the host nation all matter. Upsets thrive in those environments. Eala's task will be to quiet the noise early, establish control, and prevent belief from growing on the other side of the net. Looking further ahead, the potential of a final against Indonesia's Janice Tijian adds another layer of intrigue. The two have met before, with Eala on the losing end. A rematch in a gold medal setting would be about more than redemption. It would be about evolution. Tennis careers are defined by how players respond to previous losses, by whether they can adapt and close the gap when it matters most. Eala's schedule during this competition underscores her versatility. After the singles victory, she returned to the court for mixed doubles and delivered another straight sets win. Competing across formats in a single day demands not just physical conditioning, but mental discipline. The ability to reset emotionally between matches is a skill often overlooked, yet essential at this level. Each match adds to the cumulative pressure, but also to the growing sense of purpose. Eala isn't just participating, she's leading. Her presence sets the tone for Philippine tennis, signaling that competing for gold is not a distant dream, but a present expectation. Younger athletes watching see more than